You don't have to say a word, beloved. I see the tears still lingering in the corners of your eyes. I've seen the ones no one else saw fall. I've heard the silent cries, the ones you swallowed so others wouldn't worry. I've watched you carry pain like a quiet shadow, showing strength to the world while breaking silently behind closed doors. But you've cried enough now. Come to me. Let me hold what you've been holding alone. You've done all you could in your strength. Now let me restore you in mine. You were never meant to carry this weight without me. You were never expected to be the healer of your own wounds. That's my job. I am the healer, the mender of what is broken, the God who sees in secret. I don't look away from your pain. I walk right into it with you. I sit beside you in your sorrow, and I whisper peace into the places you thought were too shattered to speak again. Let me take you back to my words in Isaiah 61. I came to bind up the broken heart. That includes you. I came to give you beauty for ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and garments of praise in place of your spirit of heaviness. I'm not here to rush your healing. I'm not disappointed in your tears. I'm here to catch them. Every single one is precious to me. Psalm 56:8 says, I collect your tears in my bottle. Do you know what that means? It means not one tear is wasted. Not one moment of sorrow is ignored. I've seen them all. I've counted every sigh. And I want to be the one who turns your mourning into dancing, who trades your despair for joy. But first, you have to give me what's broken. Open your hands. Loosen your grip. Let go of the fear that tells you it's safer to hide your wounds than to let them heal. I know it's been hard. I know people walked away when you needed them most. I know there are memories that still sting when no one's looking. I know how heavy the silence can feel when you're lying awake at night, wondering if things will ever change. But I need you to hear me. I never left. Even when it felt like you were alone, I was right there. Even in the storm, even in the pain, I was the one holding you together when everything else was falling apart. And now, I'm calling you closer. Not so you can prove your faith. Not so you can say the right words. Just so you can rest. I want you to collapse into my arms the way a child does when they've had enough. You've cried enough, my love. Let me take over now. Your soul is weary from striving. You've tried to be strong for everyone else, and you've forgotten that you're allowed to need strength too. But strength doesn't mean pretending it doesn't hurt. Strength means trusting me enough to hand over the hurting places. Strength means letting me into the places you've tried to heal without me. I am the God who restores, not just in part, but fully. Not just what was visible, but what was buried. I don't do surface work. I go to the deep places, the places even you are afraid to look at. I know what happened. I know what broke your heart. I know what was taken from you. And I am here to restore what the enemy thought he stole for good. Joel 2:25 is still true. I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten. Not just the opportunities, not just the things people see. I will restore the laughter you lost, the courage that slipped away, the light that dimmed inside of you. I can bring you back to life, not just in function, but in fullness. I came that you might have life and have it abundantly. But abundance doesn't come through pretending you're okay. It comes when you bring your not okay to me. I'm not waiting for a cleaned up version of you. I want the real you, tears, questions, scars and all. You can breathe here. You can let your guard down. You don't have to explain or impress. Just come. Be still. Let me wash over you with my love. Let me remind you of who you are. You are not too broken. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are mine, and I'm not done with your story. I'm only just beginning the chapter of restoration. You don't see it yet, but new life is already stirring beneath the soil. Healing is already beginning to break the surface. You won't cry forever. I promise you that. Psalm 32:5 says, Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Your morning is coming. Hold on. I want to breathe peace into your lungs again. I want to lift the heaviness that's been pressing down on your chest. I want to whisper truth into the lies that have taken root. You are not abandoned. You are not too late. You are not beyond repair. You are still the one I love. You are still the one I chose. And I'm still the same God who walked with you through every season. I didn't leave you when it got messy. I stayed. I saw the worst and loved you still, and I will never stop loving you. Not on your best days, not on your worst. Not when you're full of faith, not when you're full of questions. My love doesn't waver. My presence doesn't shift. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. And I have you in my hands. So release the fear, release the weight, lay your burdens down at my feet. You've carried them long enough. Let me be the strength you don't have. Let me hold you together. Let me remind you what it feels like to rest. Real rest. Not escape, not distraction, not numbing, but peace. My peace. The kind that surpasses understanding. The kind that guards your heart and mind. The kind that stays, even when the world is shaking. Let me speak to the storm inside of you, the way I did on that sea. Peace, be still. That wasn't just a miracle for then. It's my promise to you now. I still calm storms. I still silence chaos. I still bring peace to anxious hearts, and I'm bringing it to you now. You've cried enough. Now let me restore you. Let me stay here with you a little longer. Don't rush this moment. You don't have to hurry back into the noise. You don't have to run back into survival mode. Just be here. Just rest. I am not uncomfortable with your silence. I'm not disappointed in your process. I am patient. I am kind. I am near. I know you've been waiting for a breakthrough, praying for a sign, hoping for change. I know your heart has been stretched thin, your soul has been weary, and your prayers have sometimes felt like they disappeared into the void. But none of them were lost. I've held every one. I've heard every whisper. I've seen every night you chose to trust me when nothing made sense. I know you haven't had all the answers, but you kept showing up, and that matters to me. Faith doesn't always look loud. Sometimes it looks like tears on your pillow and still saying my name. Sometimes it looks like crawling forward when you feel like collapsing. Sometimes it's choosing to worship when your heart is still bleeding. And I see that faith. I honor it. I respond to it. My word says in Psalm 147:3, I heal the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds, not just cover them, not just distract from them. I heal them. I restore them. I make them new. And that is what I'm doing in you right now. Let me touch the places that still sting, the memories that still haunt you, the conversations that still play in your mind, the rejections that still echo in your heart, the guilt you've quietly carried like a burden you didn't think you were allowed to speak of, the shame that told you you're not worthy of healing. I break that lie now. You are not disqualified from restoration. There is no wound too deep, no sin too heavy, no failure too final. When I died on the cross, I took it all. The punishment, the pain, the penalty. It is finished. You are not beyond redemption. You are not the exception to grace. I knew every detail of your life when I chose you. I saw the betrayal, the losses, the moments you didn't think you'd survive. And I still said mine. I still say it now. You are mine. I am not afraid of your mess. I am not overwhelmed by your weakness. I am not leaving when it gets hard. In fact, it's in the hardest moments that I draw the closest. Psalm 34:18 says, I am near to the brokenhearted and save those who are crushed in spirit. You don't have to chase me. You just have to open your heart. I've been waiting. Let me rebuild what life tried to destroy. Let me repair the places that fear has torn down. Let me restore your joy, restore your hope, restore your sense of wonder, restore your belief in goodness. You were made to live, not just survive. You were made to carry peace, not panic. You were made for love, not fear. You've lived in survival mode so long, you've forgotten how light life can feel when you walk with me. You don't have to brace yourself for disappointment anymore. You don't have to live like you're one step away from falling apart. I am your solid ground. I am your unshakable peace. I am your daily manna, your shelter in every storm. Come lean on me. Come cry with me. Come talk to me about what you don't know how to fix. You don't need perfect words. You just need a willing heart. I understand the language of silence. I understand the prayers you can't speak out loud. I know what you mean when you just say, help. And I never ignore that cry. Let me wash off the residue of old battles. Let me remove the bitterness. that's tried to take root. Let me heal the comparison that's poisoned your confidence. Let me break the lie that says you have to earn my love. You don't. It's already yours. You don't have to impress me. I'm not measuring you against anyone else. I delight in you. I rejoice over you with singing. Zephaniah 17 says, I quiet you with my love. So let me do that now. Let my love hush the accusations. Let my love silence the voices that said you're not enough. Let my love speak louder than the trauma. Let it speak louder than the grief. Let it speak louder than your inner critic. You are enough because I am enough in you. You are worthy because I gave everything to make you mine. You are not defined by your lowest moment. You are not stuck in your past. I am doing a new thing, even now. Can you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness. I am placing rivers in your desert. What looked dead is going to bloom again. But restoration doesn't always happen all at once. Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it's layer by layer. Sometimes it's healing in the middle of the waiting. Trust the process. I am the potter. You are the clay. I know what I'm doing with your life. I'm not rushing you. I'm not comparing you to anyone else. You are on a sacred journey. And even now, I am restoring what you thought was too far gone. That relationship you mourned. That opportunity you missed. That version of you that got buried under disappointment. Nothing is too lost for me to restore. But don't chase what was. Look forward to what is coming. Your future is not a repeat of your pain. I am doing a new thing. I am restoring in ways you didn't expect, through people you didn't see coming, through moments that catch you off guard. I am faithful to complete what I started in you. So let me remind you, again, you've cried enough. I saw it. I held you. I never looked away. I never stopped planning redemption. You may have come here weary. You may have come here numb, but you will leave renewed. Not because you mustered up more strength, but because you surrendered. Because you let me be the one who carries you. Because you let go of the mask and gave me the real you. And I love that version of you. Not the polished one. Not the pretending one. The real one. The one with messy faith and unanswered questions. The one with a trembling voice and a heart that still dares to believe. That's the one I want. That's the one I call mine. And I'm not done restoring you, so rest now. Let me sing over you. Let me hold you while you heal. Let me walk with you, step by step. I will not leave you. I will not forsake you. I will not change my mind about you. You are still chosen. You are still called. You are still loved. And your story is not over. It's only just beginning. I love you. I've got you. And I am restoring you now.